Welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a month plus since I released any video. It's because the kids are at home, like summer break, and have not really had any quiet time. And today is just a rare opportunity. So I said, oh, it's the best time for me to actually, put something up there. Anyway, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, oh, thank you for coming back to watch my video. And if today is the first time you are stumbling on my video, my name is Tasa Ojogu. I'm a mom, and I moved to Canada with my husband and four children. So we moved in June, yeah, as permanent residents in Canada, and I've been sharing my settlement journey. So if you're a family thinking of coming to Canada anytime soon, maybe relocating with your family anytime soon, I'll be sharing useful tips. I usually share useful tips that can help you, settle down and make things easier for you. Yeah. So in my previous videos, I've talked about housing, I've talked about schooling, I've talked about how we got a car, I've talked about so many other things. So it would be nice for you to go back and actually watch. And if you've not subscribed, please and please, this is an opportunity for you to just click that subscribe button. I also encourage you to click the like button. It actually tells me if you like the content I'm giving out. So I'm waiting for you to subscribe and push the like button. Thank you. Okay, so today's gist, just general gist chat. Nothing too much. Like, we've been at home, you know how it is now, summer holiday, everybody's at home. The school closes in June and resumes in September. So we're resuming school September 1st. Yeah, September 1st is the resumption date. Yeah, so I've gotten schools for the kids. I told you that in my previous videos. So the kids are looking forward to their new school, their new classmates, and their new friends, and who their teachers will be. Yeah, so what else did I even talk about school? So I talked about the busing, as in how the school bus that's coming to pick them. I talked about the fees. So if you have not watched the previous videos and maybe you have questions around that, you can just go back and watch it. And if you have any questions, don't forget, send me a mail or put it in the description box, and to put it in the comment section. I'll do well to answer or point you in the right direction where you can get your answers. So today's gist is about how far we have been, as in how far our settlements, if there are any issues and all that. So I'll just be gisting you. It's not something so serious, but well, it's exciting. Yeah. So this summer holiday, and man, it's been back to back Owambe. Like, Nigerians are not smiling. Or rather, we're smiling. So it's been like one party to the other, one get together to the other. Every weekend there's one show. Every weekend there's one. And I had to ask some of my, older people here. They were like, she just enjoy it now, because by the time summer is over, everybody is back into their houses with their doors locked. And the weather forecast also says that this year's winter in Canada is going to be super super. So we should better prepare very very well and enjoy the sunlight while we can get it. So I guess that's why there's a whole lot of parties here and there. Yeah. Okay, so what else have we? Okay, so now what I would like to put out here is that when you're coming to Canada, try as much as possible to join communities. When I say join communities, there are lots of WhatsApp groups that there, that there are Telegram groups and all that. Even if you're not the kind of person that likes to join groups and all that, I'll encourage you to do that, to join, because it just helps to make your settlement here a bit less stressful, because they will always pass information there. If you are looking for a job, most times they'll post jobs, they'll post useful stuffs. Okay, so now Canada has settlement agencies, right? settlement agencies that will help you make your stay and your settlement in Canada seamless. So if you don't join some of these communities, you might not really maximize all that you're supposed to. There are certain things that are provided for you, that have been, that are there for you. But if you don't have that information, you can't take those opportunities and make life easy for yourself, right? So I encourage you to join communities, especially like communities. That's communities that share the same journey with you. So like, I joined Nigerians in Calgary, Nigerians in Alberta, you know Nigerians in Alberta and friends, you know, YYC community, different other communities. I joined them and I know how I can't even explain how beneficial it has been, because it has really, really been very, very beneficial. Okay, so there's also some organizations and what would I call them now? And agencies that you can actually register for even before you land. So when you have your PPR, that's you have your papers to come in to Canada, there are some of them that you can actually register pre-arrival services before you come in. So those ones who will help give you tips, give you their in fact they just help you understand the system even before you come in. Yeah. Then there are some that when you come in, you now register for them, because those ones who ask for certain documents, they want to make sure that you have landed first before you start, you know, benefiting from their services. Okay, so a lot of Nigerians now are complaining, or rather Africans are complaining, because of the exchange rates between the naira and the Canadian dollars and the US dollars and all that is not easy at all. Yes, we all understand. So now, when you come to Canada, there are some agencies like I talked about that can help you settle in. I mean, furnishings. They will help you with furnitures. They will help you with what else again? With food. They'll help you with clothing. They'll help you. There are different agencies that are handling all these things, right? Some of these things are free. Most of them are free. So they are free stuffs that you can get, So you have to know about them so that you can actually get stuffs from them, yeah. Then they can all there's also as there are also there's also center for newcomers. When you come in, you call them. When you call them, they will give you a settlement officer, and the work of that settlement officer is to help you settle in, like help you, arrange your CV in a way that is going to fly here, help you with recommendations where you need, help you with general settlement, bus pass, and fair entry. There are different things that they will help you with, that will help your life here, settling here easier. Then another thing again is if you're coming with kids, yeah. So if as long as they are permanent residents of Canada, they become Canada's property, Canadian property. So they'll give you something called CCB, child benefits, yeah. So every child is entitled to that child benefit, and somehow it just helps to augment the spending, because when you come here you have to spend, you will spend, and whether you like it or not, proof of fund, man, it's proof of fund is not enough again though. So so that money comes in once every month, and it helps to just augment, and they pay that money like on the 20th of every month. I think 18th to 20th of every month. So if you have a child, if your child is less than 2, I think it's like 560 something dollars or so. Then as your child, the older your child, the less the money, I think. I'm not very sure of that fact though, but my CCB is coming in very soon. That's for my kids. So I think in my next video I'll have a very concrete amount on how much each child is giving every month. Then there are some quarterly bonuses that you get as a parent, and there are what else again? Recently they gave us some money about climate change or something like that. I don't know. The check was addressed about, it just came. I think it came in my box today. I checked it and I saw that it was like almost $700 or so. Yeah. So that one was for climate. So there are different, payments and monies that come at different times, just to help augment before the job comes in. So all these things, I'm saying all these things because I know that when you come in, you might not you might be fortunate to get a job immediately. You might not have a job immediately, but in the meantime, at least these funds can help to reduce, as in augment the spending in the house. Then my utility bills came in, and it was like I said in my previous video. I think I said I was going to talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of the services that have helped to help us settle down, right? Okay, so one is Center for Newcomers. The second one is okay, for moms. If you have a child and you have a toddler less than 2, there are some agencies that you register with. Every month they will give you diapers, they'll give you wipes, they'll give you baby food and formula. In fact, just anything that they feel you need to take care of the baby, and clothing and all that, they'll give you all those things. So there is Mamas for Mamas. Mamas for Mamas is another agency that handles pregnant women and children under 2 years old. So if you are pregnant and you are coming into Canada, I think you can register for Mamas for Mamas. They'll handle all that. They'll give you, they might not give you everything, but based on what they have, they'll give you. Yeah, so I have friends that have benefited from that, Mamas for Mamas, and I've seen how they give them stuffs, anything you need, to stroller, to, as far as they have it in their, they have it there, they'll hand it over to you. There's Mamas for Mamas. There's Made by Mama. Made by Mama is another agency. There's Calgary Pregnancy Care Center. That one, they'll give you everything. If you have a child of less than 2, right, they'll give you supplies according to how much they have. Then which other agency again? There is which other agency? I'm mixing them up now. There's Wings. Yeah, there's Wings. There's Calgary Drop-in Center. So all these places I'm calling now, once you Google it, you are coming to Calgary. I'm talking based on Calgary now. Once you Google it, you get this information, and all that. Then what else again that I want to talk about? There's Food Bank. Yeah, Food Bank is somewhere where you can go. All you have to do is just register online. Once you register online and you have an ID, maybe an Alberta ID, or you have a healthcare insurance, something that just ties you to this place, you now book. You can book to go to the food bank. Going to the food bank, you can get supplies depending on your family size. You get supplies that can last you, like they said you can go every 8 days. I don't know, but they said you can go every 8 days. So if you go to the food bank today, after 8 days you can go to the food bank again. You can register to go for your next appointment in the food bank. But the truth of the matter is that the food they give you from the food bank is a lot. So even in that 8 days, you won't have even finished it, So, but there's food bank. Don't be shy to harness all these things. Like, there is no shame. It will just help you settle in, because the bills will never get smaller. They will keep piling up. And if there's any way you can actually reduce the bills for yourself or augment the bills for yourself, please use the opportunity, honestly. Then what else again? Okay, so I've talked about food bank, I've talked about Mamas for pregnant women, I've talked about Made by Mama, also for pregnant women. I've talked about Wings too is also, it helps, and I think it's women in need. Well, don't look at the name women in need. If you really need their help, go and they will give you. And good part about Calgary is that they are very caring people, right? The people here are very caring, and they are ready to help whichever way they can. So I've talked about Center for Newcomers. When you come in, you go there, they'll give you a settlement officer. Your settlement officer will even help you, tell you all the benefits you can get from the city. That's to help you settle in. So if you need anything, even for like when we came in, the house we rented was quite empty, so we had to go to places where we know that we didn't even hear about. That's why I'm saying that it's important that you join all these communities. We didn't hear about all this um Calgary drop-in and all the free stuffs and all that. So most of the things we had already bought them when we started hearing that you can get from here or you can get from here. And I saw my friends, some people that we landed together, they got stuffs from there and all that. So you know you can save some cost and save some money by going to these places. Then what else again? I think that's it basically for settling in. So I've talked about housing, yeah, I've talked about schooling, I've talked about free things you can get to help you settle in. Then I've talked about healthcare. My last video was so long because I talked about healthcare and all that. Then what else again? It's been fun, Shad, and all the parties in Calgary because of the summer and all that. Sometimes it's so hot, like hotter than Nigeria, and I'll be like, this place is hot like this, so and they said it will be cold later. Everybody will be like, just calm down and enjoy the weather. Calm down and enjoy the weather because it's going to be very, very massive. The winter this year, they are forecasting that it's going to be very, very, very massive. Okay, so what else again? Calgary generally is a very big place. Oh my god, it's very, very big. Like, God, have like this space everywhere, this space everywhere. Like, with all the population here, there's still a whole lot of space. What else again do I even want to talk about? Well, if you have any question, maybe have I answered everybody's question? If you have any question for me, please just ask me at least. But generally, I'm enjoying my stay here. I won't lie. I'm enjoying my stay. Everything works here. I forgot to say driving. Yeah. So I've done my driving test. Okay, so I did the so here in Calgary, let me talk about driving. So driving, right? You have to be very careful with driving here. If you're coming in, you can come in with your Nigerian license, or if you have an international driving license, you can actually use your international driving license for 1 year before you decide to change to the Alberta driving license. But if you have the Nigerian license, original Nigerian license, you can bring it here and you can use it for 3 months. After 3 months, you have to give it back to them and then collect their own. But collecting theirs now, that's getting the Alberta ID and Alberta driving license, you have to do a series of tests. So there is the written test. So that written test, there is actually a book. You have to buy the book. We bought the book, or you get it online. There's also the app. You can download the app, Alberta Driving app, right? You can download the app, read about the signs. There are a whole lot of signs, like the ones we don't even see those signs in Nigeria. There are a whole lot of road signs and all that. So you have to learn about it. Then there's some other driving rules. You have to read about it and all that. Then you go to the registry here, the Alberta registry here. You pay them, I think $40 or so. You pay for it. After paying for it, then you do the test. The test is written. The test is 30 questions and you have to answer 25 out of it. So you'll be answering, once you've answered 25 questions, it will give you a pass mark. So you have to have at least, that's the pass mark, 25 questions. Yeah, so when you do that, after writing that test, you get a class 7 driving license. That class 7 driving license, you can't use it to drive on your own. You have to have a class 5 driver seated in front. That's you need assisted driving. So if peradventure you are driving and the police stops you and sees that you have a class 7, you have to have someone that has a class 5 driving license seated in front. So you have this assisted driving. So when you've gotten that class 7, after writing the test, you get the class 7 driving license. You will have to submit your Nigerian license to them. They will take it to Edmonton and they will verify it. It takes about 2 weeks to verify. By the time that 2 weeks elapses and it has come back either verified or not, if it's verified, you now have to, that's verified, to tell them if it's original. That's the verification. Yeah, so after verification, yeah, you can now book for your driving test online. You book for your driving test, you get a slot, then you go to the registry. Then somebody will now, that's the instructor, will now join you, take you on a road test to see how you are driving. So there are different classes of driving. After this class 7, you can now apply for the class 5. Some people apply for class 5, some people apply for the class 5 pro. Let me call it class 5 pro. Okay, so people I apply for the 5. It's money, or you pay, or then if you fail, you can't write it that day again. You come back the next day or you book another slot again. But it's important that you try and pass, because the money is not small money. After paying, I think the class 5 is like $90 or so, 70, either $90. My husband paid, so I don't know. I'm not very sure about the price, but I think it's like $90. Then that's for the class 5. Then if it's a class 5 pro you want to ride, that's the one that is higher than that one. Still class 5 though, but a higher one. You pay $147 thereabouts for it. So imagine you paying $147 for it and you don't pass. You know, it will really be very painful. So it's important that you actually prepare very well for the test. Yeah. So what most people do is that they get somebody that understands the roads very very well. There are drivers around that you pay. You pay them. My husband, I think he paid $100 for 2 hours. So the person will take you around all the test areas and all the tricky places and all the places that the instructor may likely take you to, depending on the quadrant where you want to do your test. So the person will take you there, show you all the perks, show you all the, here and there's, so that just in case, you will not fall victim. So he'll take you round. For that $100, you have to pay that $100 to the person, the instructor. The instructor will help you, show you all the places, so that prepare you very well for the test. Then you register for the test and you go and do your driving test. Once you get it, they give you a class 5 pro. So with that license, you can drive. If it's a higher one of class 5 you're going for, you can drive at any time of the day and all that. But if you have a class 5, you can't drive from 12 to 5 a.m. in the morning. So no night driving at all. I think that's all for driving. Some people prefer a particular quadrant to do their driving test than the other. So depending on the part where you are comfortable, like me now, I stay in Northwest. Some people can decide that, oh, they don't like driving in Northwest, they prefer driving in Northeast. Oh, they don't like driving in Northeast, they prefer Southeast. So that's the quadrant I'm talking about. So depending on the quadrant you want to do your test, and register. I think that's it basically. I hope you enjoyed my gist today, Sha. If there's any other thing, I'll Sha gist you guys. Then what else again? Fuel. Okay, when it comes to fuel here, the bottom line is, if you can try not to convert, it will really really give you some kind of sanity. Yeah. So fueling, there are two types of fuel. So depending on the one your car uses and all that, in a month you can use maybe $100 worth of fuel, depending on how much you go out and all that. Then hey, I wanted to talk about my business. My business has been moving, shall God, to the glory of God. My business has been moving. So I do catering. Yeah, so I introduced myself, Tasty Kitchen as usual. I brought my Tasty Kitchen skills from Nigeria, and it's been amazing. Like really, really amazing. Like I have customers from left, right, and center, and it's just something. The only problem I have here is that I have to do the work. I have to do the work all alone. It's not like Nigeria that I had helps. I had the one helping me do this, helping me do that, help me prep and all that. There's nothing like that here. So the only problem I have right now is that sometimes the others are overwhelming. Like I have to do everything myself. I still have to cater for the kids. I still have to do my mommy duties, my wifey duties, and everything. So it's just been amazing. But all in all, yeah, I've been having good reviews about my food, about my snacks, about my pastries, and all that. So it's been, really nice. And I also told you that I was going to talk about my registration. So what I did when we came, we went to the registry, still that same registry. So if you need to do anything registration, you have to go there first and ask them, so which and which you can do there and all that. So we went there, we did the registration for the business, chose a business name. Yeah, we chose a business name, and our business name is Jan Ventures. That's Jan, Jand, Jan Ventures. So my husband and I thought about it. Yeah, we put things together and we got the name, and it cost us 500 bucks. So to register that name cost us 500 bucks, 500 Canadian dollars was what we paid. And after paying that $500, the name was available and everything. So we registered it as, you have to, it has to be in that registry. They said they have to register it as an incorporation. That so is Jan Limited, we chose Ltd. So it had to be an incorporation. So we have to choose which of them, either Inc, incorporated, Ltd, and all that. So we had to choose the limited because that's what they were doing there. Yeah. So what else again? With those papers, we can use it to open bank accounts that can help us to run the business. So we didn't tie the business to any particular area yet. So depending on what we decide how we want to run the business, that's the branches that the business is going to have. So we'll now go further, but for now the first umbrella that covers the business now is what I've registered. So that registration costs 500 bucks. Yeah. So well, thank you everyone. I still encourage you, if you have not subscribed to my video to my channel, please subscribe, please, and please subscribe so that we can grow this family. Please and please subscribe. And I also want you to click the like button. Like if you're enjoying what I'm gisting, just click, please. Just click the like button. It helps to encourage me. Thank you very much. I'm so happy that I'm able to do this video. I know that it's not the most, but at least you're here to hear my gist. And some people have been asking about how to start the process. So I was thinking that this video I was even going to do with my husband, but my husband is asleep already. So hopefully I'll bring gist about how to start the process, right? I'll bring him because he's a professional in it. Like he'll give you step by step on how to go about immigrating, how we did our process, because he was a primary applicant, so he did everything. So he's in a better position to give you step by step details on how to start this Canadian journey. But I want to thank every one of you that have even listened to this just to the end of this till this time. Like thank you very, very much. And please share my video, and if you have any questions, please just put in the comment section.
When a man loves a woman,
Disturb me now, answer. If I don't
and
answer,
keep his mind on nothing else, he trade the world
next time
for the good things found.
how
If she is bad, he can't see it.
like what different.
She can do no wrong.
I'll tell you about day homes. I'll tell you about. I don't know if I'm going to put my son in a day home yet, but I'll if I eventually do, I'll I'll gist you guys about it, and just general gist. But it's still me, your girl, gist with Tassa. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Bye.